previous lecture, we have discussed about the debentures. That means that we have just discussed about the introduction of debentures. Now in this lecture, we are going to do the illustrations depending on what we have discussed in the previous lecture. So just a small revision. In the previous lecture, we have discussed that debenture is a type of debt instrument that is unsecured by collateral. And we have also discussed that there are debentures divided in two parts. One is redeemable debentures and one is irredeemable debentures. We have also discussed the various features. The first feature that we have discussed is the fixed rate of interest. That means whenever company is issuing the debentures, company has to pay the fixed rate of interest, which is also known as a coupon rate. And we have also discussed that whenever we are paying the rate of interest, it's always be given on the face value. It's not given on the issue value, because the debentures can be issued at discount, it can be issued at par, it can be issued at premium. So whenever you are paying the interest, it will always be on the face value. Then we discussed that the net proceeds from issue, how we are going to get the net proceeds. Net proceeds means the face value plus if the debenture is issued at premium, so you have to add the premium, or if the debenture is issued at discount, you have to subtract the discount. Plus we have also discussed that whenever we issue the debentures, we are incurring some cost, maybe in the form of paying commission, maybe in the form of advertisement, or maybe in any other form, which is known as the floating cost. So net proceeds from the issue means whatever amount we are getting while issuing the debenture minus your all the floating costs. That means we have to subtract whatever inflow is there in the form of issue, whatever the price we are getting from the investors, minus the cost that we are paying for earning this amount. Next we discussed that in the case of redeemable debentures, that means we have to pay back the money at the stipulated period of time. So date of maturity should be given and the premium amount to be paid at the time of maturity. If your debentures are redeemed at a premium, so you have to pay some premium amount, so that should also be known to you. And last we discussed that in the case of debentures, the government is providing us the tax shield, so the tax rate should be known to you. So these are the different parts that we should be aware of while doing any numerical based on your debentures. So today in this lecture, we will be doing the debentures related to irredeemable. Now the irredeemable means that the company is issuing the debentures, but the company will not repay back the principal amount. That means whatever amount company is getting by issuing the debentures, company is never going to repay it back. And the company is going to pay the interest on the annual basis. So if we draw a number line, or you can say timeline, so you can see that this is my current price. That means right now I am issuing the debenture at this point and the company is paying the interest every year. This is I is your interest. So company is paying interest at the end of year 1, at the end of year 2, at the end of year 3, 4 and so on. And in the last you will see that I have put the infinity because company is never going to repay back the money. Every year company is just paying the interest. So, and even the company is not aware of till when the company will last. So the interest that the company will pay will be till infinity. So this is your amount borrowed and these are your interest paid till infinity. Now if you will see all these things, this is forming a perpetuity. Now the feature of perpetuity says that there should be the equal interval of time, and there is an equal interval of time. Amount is borrowed at the current time period, which is 0, and exactly after 1 year the first installment will be given, or you can say first interest paid will be given, and after 1 year the second interest paid will be there, and again after exact 1 year the third interest will be paid, and the time period we are not aware of till when we are going to pay the interest. So that means this is forming a part of perpetuity. Now the question says that X Limited has issued 15% debenture. So 15% is your coupon rate and the debenture face value is 100. So as I have already told you that whenever we are issuing the debenture, interest is always paid at the face value. So if I am going to calculate 15% of this 100, it will be your 15 rupees. And after that saying that the company is issuing the debenture of 100 rupees, that is a face value, each at a premium of 5%. That means at the time of issue, when the company is issuing, company is charging premium of 5%. So that means company is selling the debenture at 105. Now in this case, taxes are not there. So that means we can put tax as 0. Now, so that means interest is rupees 15 and net proceeds will be 100 is a face value and rupees 5 is a premium. So total we get 105. Now in this question there is no floating cost, so that's why we are not subtracting the floating cost. Now in this number line, what we are saying that every year we are paying 15 rupees. Every year 15 rupees are being paid as an interest. And this is your 105. That means company is getting 105 rupees right now, and every year company is going to pay 15 rupees as an interest, and even the company is not aware of till when the company is going to pay. So this is your perpetuity. Now you can see that the formula for perpetuity is, we have already done KD will be your interest upon net proceed. We have done that present value, whatever the present value is there, that will be equals to your amount cash flow divided by your rate of interest. So we just have cross multiplied, and for details please refer to the previous video how we come across this formula. So KD will be equals to interest upon net proceed, and in this case my interest is 15 rupees and I am getting 105. So your KD will be 14.28%. Okay, let's move to the second illustration. Now the illustration says that ABC Limited has issued 50,000 irredeemable debentures of 15% debenture of rupees 150 each. Now in this question you can see the floating cost, that means the cost is which is being incurred at the time of sale of, or you can say issue of debentures, and floating cost is given to be 6% of the total issued amount. So that means whatever amount we are getting, the company is getting by selling the debenture, or by, you can say, by issue of debenture, we have to calculate 6% of that. And the company's taxation rate is 40%. So you have to calculate the cost of debt. Now in this, let's calculate the first of all your total issued amount. So company is issuing 50,000 irredeemable debentures, and one debenture costs you 150. So 50,000 debentures multiplied by 150 will be 75 lakh. So this is the total issued amount that you are getting. Now from this, what you are doing, you are paying the commission, or you are bearing some expenses, that is floating cost. And floating cost is given to be 6% of the total issued amount. So we just have to calculate 6% of 75 lakh, which is to be 4,50,000. Now once we are going to subtract it, we will get net proceeds from the issue will be your 70,50,000. And annual interest will be 15%. Now you can see this is your coupon rate. So this 15% will be charged. So 15% of your total issued amount. You have to remember, as I told you, it will always be on the face value. Face value over is 150. 50,000 shares, so value 75,000 or 75 lakh. So we have to calculate 15% of 75 lakh, which comes out to be 11,25,000. So your formula will be KD will be I interest paid 1 minus tax rate upon net proceed. So where KD will be your cost of debt, I is your annual interest rate, T will be your company's corporate tax rate, NP will be your net proceeds. So KD becomes 11,25,000 is your interest, and tax rate is 40%. So what we do over here, we instead of writing in percentage, we just write it in decimals. So it will be 1 minus 0.40 and divided by your net proceeds. So net proceeds will be your amount minus your floating cost. So it comes out to be 9.57%. So KD will be 9.57%. So whenever we are getting tax, companies charging tax rate, that means government is charging some tax rate from the company, we always get the tax shield for that. So that's all about the irredeemable debentures. In the next lecture, we are going to discuss about the redeemable debentures, how we are going to solve the redeemable debentures. So for further reference, you can refer my book on financial management. Thank you.